And I really remember this moment when we shared with the kids that we had to cancel the trip and that I had to have surgery. We were in the Naked Cafe in Carlsbad. And we gave the kids options. And I said to Joey specifically, to both of them, but to Joey, do you want to try and hike Kili anyways? And his first knee-jerk reaction was yes, which was a key indicator that this was something he was doing for him. And then he left, he kind of stormed out of the restaurant and was really frustrated, and then he came back in and he said, no, if we're gonna do it, I wanna do it. And Brittany was like, no, I'm out. I'll wait for you, Dad. Which was interesting. Part of you wants your son to say immediately, no, of course I wanna do it with you, Dad. But then a much bigger part of me was so proud that it was his goal and his thing. And it made me feel great about helping him pursue it. But pretty quickly we decided Cleveland was the next stop for the family.
So what transpired between June and October, in the time you should have been climbing Kili?
Yeah, I deteriorated rapidly. It was pretty amazing. I had one point where I journaled that I'm on meds. That was a horrible feeling because I kept going to the heart doctor. So I had a lot of visits, a lot of stuff they were doing. And they'd always ask, what meds are you on? And there was a pride in saying none. I'm young, 38, I don't take meds. And then there was a point at which my lungs were filling up and they had to give me medication to keep my lungs dry. So I had my first meds I had to get on, and that just sucked. It was a bummer. And then I had a catheterization, which was kind of cool on one level. It was the first, there's a lot of technology out there now. And I was watching a monitor as they're shooting silver or something into my...
See, I don't think I could do that. I don't want to sit there and watch my heart being tampered with, but that wasn't a problem for you?
No. Well, I'd looked at my heart through an echo a lot, because I've had maybe 5 or 6 of those echo. I had never had a stress echo before, but I had echoes. And I could see the little flippy valve and how it didn't work right, and I was intrigued by it. And then the catheterization was an interesting and cool experience. I liked all the technology and was like, all right, got through that, got through getting on meds, and then found myself kind of wrapping up at work. And
so how do you prepare for this surgery? What do you go through to get prepared for a surgery where they're going to stop your heart?
I had, through completely other reasons and things in life, I had started going to daily mass maybe a year or 2 earlier. And I think, honestly, if I hadn't done that and I hadn't really started connecting with the sacraments and the source of my faith, it would have been a lot scarier. I quickly came to terms with the fact that I would die, and Kim and I did all the pre-work to if that would happen. Kim and I were at 2020, and we decided the surgery, and we were having drinks, and I said, all right, let's deal with the hard stuff right now. And this was within a week. I said, I could die, and here's all the things I want for you and the kids. And we kind of dealt with it in one night. So facing your mortality and saying, okay, this is part of it. And then I took each of the kids and I talked to them, and that was pretty hard, but really amazing to... At one level, I was recommending to people to do it, but it would make no sense outside of an imminent problem, so not the greatest advice. But it was powerful to tell your kids, here's what I expect and want of you if I'm no longer around. And they'd cried, and I cried a little, but it was really healing and a wonderful process to go through.
And they understood what was going on and responded to it?
They did. They definitely did. There were great moments. When I was leaving to go, there was 2 things that happened that were pretty cool. For some reason, I think I had Joey's phone was next to me, and it went off at midnight. and he had set the alarm, and he said, "Dad leaves for surgery today." And that was, that hit me hard, but it was, must have said it months earlier, like it was a big thing for him. And then Brittany became I'm taking care of everything, and she was 8, but she was, that morning of, I remember she was like cleaning the floor, and then we were driving off, and Kim got a call, and Brittany was asking about watering and the thing, like total practical taking care of stuff. But I remember driving away and looking and seeing him in the window and having that horrible but real thought that, okay, that could be the last time that I see him.